Okay, today we're going to be talking about reports, and I believe the reporting tools available to instructors in Angel are quite a bit more powerful than some of the other course management systems. At least that's what I've been told. We'll also be talking about some of the reporting capabilities that administrators have and doing a demonstration. Unfortunately, I can't show you real student data, so the reports that we're going to look at are going to be somewhat contrived, but hopefully we'll get the main points across. So hopefully it will be useful.
In Angel, in any course that you have instructor or editor level rights, you can access reports from the Reports tab, which is the third from the right, usually. Before you do that, though, you might consider going to the Lessons area and under your preferences, changing the user access tracking from default to everyone. Hit Save. That will give you more options for running some of your tracking reports. So I click on the Reports tab, and in 7.3, I see that I have different categories of reports that I can run. Reports can be useful for if you have a class that has a lot of users with a lot of activity. It can give you reports can help give you a picture of, in general, how the class is doing. Are they spending a lot of time on a certain content item, or are they not really being active in a certain area? Or it allows you to home in on a specific individual and see how they're doing. For this example, I'm going to go with a class report, and I'm going to look at the activity logs for the class, and I'll do it for the last 3 days. So I'll run that report. I'm going to be looking at all users, their logged activity over 3 days. All right, now there's different ways that I can view my data. I can view it as a chart, which is going to show me real high-level information. I can change it to a table, which will show me more detail. You can see that there were 10 logged activities on the 5th and 8 so far on the 7th, which is today. Or I can drill down. This will let me choose a certain day and then look at the activity for that day. So I can see that Zoe, not a real student, has 1 logged activity, and Scott Dennis had 7. What I see for Zoe is login. Now, if Zoe had been doing things like accessing discussion forums or posting to Dropboxes, I would see that logged activity here. So I'm going to stop the camera now and do some more activity for Zoe and show you the difference. Okay, so I'm back in Angel again after Zoe was doing some things in the course. So logged in as me, I'm going to go back as the instructor to the Reports tab and choose Learner Profile Activity Logs for Zoe and set my chart type or my report view to drill down, and I can see that in the last 3 days she has, oh holy cow, look at that, she's now got 46 logged activities for today. And if I check that, I can look and see what she did, and I get a pretty fine-grained picture of when she's logged in and then when she's accessed each piece of content. The Notice the only thing that's really logged here, though, are her accessing lesson content. So if she logged in, looked at the syllabus, or went to the Communicate tab and sent an email, something like that, that's not going to show up here. It's just only going to be her accessing specific content items. And I can, if I'm not sure what one of these is, I can click on it and go right to it. So like if at 1:02 and 59 seconds she opened the assessment called An Assessment, I can go right to that and I can see the assessment itself. Now, Zoe had already submitted that assessment, so when she opened it, she could not submit it again because it's a one-time only deal. But if she had, then in the drill down area we would see the time for when she opened the assessment, and then how long she submitted it after that. So that can be really useful too. I mean, if you have a student that comes in and says they don't understand why they failed the test, say, and you look and you see that they were only actually in the assessment for 3 minutes, and it's a 50 question assessment, that might be good information to know. Or you might just want to look and see how much time a student is spending with the lesson content by looking at their logged activity over a longer period of time and just sort of scanning through it quickly. Not to get an exact picture of what they've done when, but just to get sort of an overall view of what they've been doing during that time frame. As an instructor, another report that I find I use quite frequently is the login report, and that's a report that shows activity for the entire class. And so if I choose class as my category and I look at the login report, I can see over the last 3 days who has logged in, when was the last time they logged in, and approximately how much time have they spent in the course since then. Again, I'll do this just to sort of keep a broad picture and see who's logging in, who isn't, how much time they're spending in the course, and are there people that maybe need some help. I can expand that time frame to be, say, over the last month. And now I really get a picture of who the slackers are and who are being very active. Quite a few reports that you can run for the class, and I would suggest that you just get into Angel and take a look at each of them and see which ones might be useful for you. For instance, you can track people's activity in the discussion forums or chats. Again, sort of a overall view, or a more fine-grained tracking one person. You can check to see how much mail people are sending. You can look at milestones. You can set objectives and standards for your content items and then check performance against those. Quite a few things here, and really, like I say, the best thing is just to sit down and practice with each one, especially if you have a course environment where you've had some significant student activity that you can look at. From the Reports tab, you can also see information that you might previously have gone elsewhere to look for. For instance, you can pull up activity on specific content items where previously you might have, and might still, go to the utilities for that content item under the lessons area and viewed it there. This just lets you do things like check grades without having to pop over to the Manage tab and view grades there. You can get all your reporting, hopefully all your reporting stuff done in one place now.
Okay, so we have a lot of options with reports in Angel in the course environment that are available to instructors. Also, Angel is built on the SQL database. So if there's information that you think is probably in Angel somewhere that you're not able to access with the reports in the course environment, talk to your Angel administrator and they may be able to help run a custom SQL query to get the information you're looking for.